we actually had a
Right.
previous conversation around Elevate,
Yeah.
which was, and as we were talking before we started recording here, really Elevate was almost looking internal, personal development, where Elevate Your Team is looking external, team-based development. So if you were to give us the Cliffs Notes version of, hey, I love the first book, #1 Wall Street Journal bestseller, here's the new book, same methodology, but now outward facing your team, how would you break the difference between the two down?
Yeah, and there's a story. It starts in the book, my genius idiot epiphany around trying to solve a problem at work and realizing I had spent 2 years kind of writing this book, Elevate, and coming up with this framework, and that it could be the same solution. And a lot of people really liked that framework around getting better as an individual or a leader. But then I started thinking about, well, how do you, and it's interesting, timing kind of matters around this stuff. I think we're ending the steroid phase of high growth organizations that just kind of grew by breaking people and burning through them. My analogy is like, do you think NASA would ever send a rocket to the moon and celebrate if it got to the moon and all the astronauts were dead? That's sort of like what startup culture has become, rather than like, hey, the team rose up and made it and did it. And so when I started thinking about how do you build this company by building a team, and what did we do and what did other people do? How do these become organizational and team cultural embedded principles? It was pretty interesting, and I actually think it is the playbook for how you can build that we can get back to growth. I think growth's kind of a bad word right now. I think everyone's tired, they're exhausted, they don't want the 10x growth. Elon Musk told everyone they're gonna have to work super hard and double down. They all quit the next day, right? And he's been pretty successful with this formula at a few other companies. So we're going to get back to growth. Like, everyone's kind of playing defense right now. They're nervous with everything going on. But when we get back to growth, I think it's just going to have to look a little bit different. And I really believe that this is the playbook for how organizations and leaders can get back to growth in a way that's a little more sustainable.